Now back to today's top story, the release of American Alan Gross from a Cuban prison and the historic announcement of restored relations between the U.S. and Cuba. And the news of big changes to relations between the two countries has sent ripple effects across South Florida.
So how are people in Cuba reacting, and do they even know? CNN reporter Patrick Ottman is live tonight in Havana. And Patrick, the Cuban people learned of today's developments from Cuban leader Castro. What is it like there?
That's correct. There were celebrations, there were tears, and there was a sense of rare hope of people believing that the future might be better for them after 60 years of punishing U.S. sanctions and very little diplomatic relations between these two countries. You know, people found out here hours later than people in the U.S. did. It wasn't until noon when Raul Castro took to the airwaves here in Cuba's tightly controlled state media to make this really historic announcement and talk about a U.S. leader, Barack Obama, in a way that his brother never talked about any other U.S. president. He said that he had respect for President Obama. He gave thanks to both President Obama and Pope Francis, who were crucial to this deal. And then he talked about a future better relations between the two countries. And that's something that people here have never really had a reason to believe or hope for. So there's a sense of cautious optimism tonight and a sense that these changes could lead to a better life for people here in Cuba at long last.
Patrick, is there any sense that these changes could lead to the end of the Castro regime and some of the terrible policies that they've had in place for all these years?
No, you know, Cuba observers on both sides realize that the Cuban government, the Communist Party here, is in full control of the island. And I think today, many people would say is a recognition that the embargo has not worked, and perhaps a different tack needs to be taken because the Cuban government is in full control of the island. And perhaps by opening that more people-to-people contact, allowing more Americans here, could lead to some cracks in the system. But certainly, 60 years of economic sanctions hasn't led to the results. So today is the beginning of a new approach, it seems.
Patrick Ottman reporting live in Cuba for us. Thank you.
And stay with CBS 4 News and CBSMiami.com for continuing coverage of the release of Alan Gross and the changes between the United States and Cuba.